What would you think if a leftover meal, just something you reheated from the day before, could send you to the hospital in the middle of the night? I didn't believe that was possible until my 70-year-old neighbor, Mr. Walter, knocked on my door at 2 a.m. with a grimacing face, clutching his stomach and drenched in sweat. My stomach hurts so badly, I can't breathe. I think I need to go to the hospital, he said. A few minutes later, I drove him to the emergency room. While we waited to be seen, he recounted what happened that evening. He had eaten leftover mashed potatoes from the previous day, a dish he had carefully stored in the refrigerator and reheated in the microwave. Mr. Walter is a meticulous man. He eats in moderation, reads product labels thoroughly, and walks around the park thrice a week. He doesn't smoke or drink alcohol, and even attends a senior nutrition class at the local community center. But that seemingly harmless white potato became the last straw for his gradually weakening digestive system. The doctors diagnosed him with mild colitis, not serious, but the cause was something few people notice. Reheated potatoes can alter their starch structure and trigger inflammatory responses in the body, especially in seniors with sensitive digestion and poor circulation. Mr. Walter is not an isolated case. Many older adults believe that reheating food is economical, convenient, and reasonable, without realizing that certain foods, when reheated, can quietly change and become a burden on an aging body. Food is no longer just something to fill your stomach as you age. Protecting your health, preserving clarity, and maintaining your independence are essential. Because your body no longer processes food as it used to, digestion slows, the liver and kidneys filter less efficiently, and blood vessels become more sensitive to substances that were harmless in your youth. One wrong dish can leave you feeling fatigued all day. One improperly reheated food can quietly cause inflammation, affect memory and joints, or even send you to the hospital due to bloating, nausea, or a sudden drop in blood pressure. Worse, many people don't realize the actual cause lies in yesterday's meal. In today's video, I invite you to discover 5 types of foods seniors should reheat to maximize nutrition, and 5 common foods you should never reheat due to the risks they pose to an aging body. These are not vague warnings. Each food is analyzed based on precise biological mechanisms and practical nutritional research, from how protein structures change after cooking to the inflammatory responses that reheated food can trigger. If you live with aging parents, care for an elderly loved one, or are past 60, today's information might completely change the way you look at a simple leftover meal in the fridge. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button if you find this content helpful. And if you've ever felt unwell after eating a reheated dish, leave a number 1 in the comments below. If you want me to make another video about foods to avoid as you age, comment with a 0. Now let's begin with the first dish, one that seems familiar, yet sent my neighbor Mr. Walter to the hospital in the middle of the night: white potatoes. Part 1. 5 foods older adults should not reheat. 1. White potatoes. The comfort food that silently betrays the body, mashed or fried potatoes always bring a warm, familiar feeling. But when reheated, especially in a microwave or plastic container, potatoes can release toxins like acrylamide, if fried, and BPA, if using plastic containers, while also causing a spike in blood sugar levels. For older adults, this puts stress on the pancreas, cardiovascular system, and nervous system. The FDA has advised against reheating fried or mashed potatoes in plastic containers due to the risk of endocrine-disrupting chemicals. Instead, use cold potatoes in a light salad or substitute with fiber-rich, antioxidant-packed sweet potatoes. If you've ever reheated potatoes and noticed unusual reactions in your body, please share that story. Every real experience is a lesson we can learn together. 2. Cooked spinach, the silent nitrate hazard. Spinach can be a superfood when fresh, but when reheated, it can become a silent health risk for older adults. This leafy green is rich in nitrates, which, when reheated, can convert into nitrites and nitrosamines, compounds linked to cancer and metabolic disorders. According to a study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, nitrates in vegetables can transform under high temperatures, especially if left out or improperly stored. Older adults with weakened digestive systems and livers are more susceptible to the accumulation of nitrosamines. Therefore, if you've cooked spinach, consume it immediately after cooking. Do not store it for reheating the next day. Furthermore, if you have elderly loved ones, please share this video with them. Sometimes, a short video can express the care you might not know how to put into words. 3. Fried chicken, a traditional delicacy with hidden health risks. The crispy, aromatic taste of fried chicken can evoke memories of familiar family meals. But when you reheat this dish, especially in a microwave, something dangerous is silently occurring. The fats in the fried coating begin to oxidize, forming inflammatory free radicals, a key factor in heart disease, diabetes, and even cancer. A Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health study warns that reusing oil or reheating fried foods can significantly increase harmful aldehyde levels, particularly dangerous for older adults with weakened circulatory systems. Instead of reheating fried chicken, consider repurposing it. Shred the meat, gently reheat it in a pan, and combine with vegetables to make a soup. Safe and resourceful. If the information in this video relieves you, please type a few lines to share. What you write is precisely what someone else needs to hear. 4. Cooked mushrooms, the hidden danger. Beneath a healthy appearance, mushrooms are rich in plant-based protein and antioxidants, but only when consumed immediately after cooking. Reheating mushrooms, especially if left out at room temperature, can alter their proteins, producing compounds that cause indigestion and bloating, a concern for older adults with weakened digestive systems. According to European Food Research and Technology, cooked mushrooms that are not properly refrigerated can become contaminated with Clostridium or Listeria bacteria, which are hazardous for older adults. If you wish to keep mushrooms, refrigerate them immediately after cooking and use them cold in salads rather than reheating. Do you often reuse cooked mushrooms? Please comment to share your experience. 5 eggs. From nutritious to silently harmful. Boiled or fried eggs can be an ideal light meal when hot, but when reheated, they may do more harm than good. When reheated at high temperatures, egg proteins denature and become difficult to digest, increasing the risk of bloating and digestive disorders in older adults. According to food chemistry, reheating fried eggs increases oxidized cholesterol levels, a factor linked to vascular inflammation and atherosclerosis. Advice: only consume eggs when fresh and freshly prepared. If you have leftovers, make a cold egg salad instead of reheating. I always read every comment you leave. Each shared word, each thank you, motivates me to continue this journey. If you find this content valuable, please share it with a loved one or subscribe to the channel so I know I'm on the right path. We've covered 5 familiar foods that older adults should not reheat, not out of fear, but because their bodies now deserve to be treated more gently and intelligently. However, this doesn't mean you should be wary of reheating food. In fact, some dishes are safe to reheat and become more beneficial after a second heating. From increasing resistant fiber and stabilizing blood sugar to aiding digestion and reducing inflammation, these foods can become silent allies, helping you stay healthier each day. And now, let's move on to the second part of the video. 5 foods older adults should reheat to maximize nutrition, starting with a traditional bone broth soup that has nourished generations. Part 2. 5 types of food seniors should reheat to maximize nutrition. 1. Bone broth. Nourishment for joints. A balm for the mind. A bowl of bone broth is not just a meal, it's a silent healing therapy for old age. Few people know that in modern nutritional medicine, bone broth is being referred to as liquid gold for senior health. When simmered for a long time, the bones release collagen, gelatin, and many minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, all essential for nourishing joint cartilage, soothing inflammation, and supporting a digestive system that weakens with age. What's noteworthy is that when cooled and appropriately reheated, bone broth retains its nutrients and even releases additional small protein compounds, which are easier to absorb, especially for the sluggish digestive systems of older people. According to a study from the Journal of Clinical Gastroenterology, gelatin in bone broth helps protect the intestinal lining, reduces inflammation, and improves nutrient absorption, which is particularly important for those over 65. One more thing. The warmth of bone broth can soothe the parasympathetic nervous system, create a sense of relaxation, support sleep, and ease anxiety, common issues older adults face after a long day. You can reheat broth from the day before by simmering it gently, not bringing it to a vigorous boil, and adding a few slices of fresh ginger or cilantro to enhance flavor and anti-inflammatory benefits. So, have you ever used bone broth to care for your health? If you find this dish helpful, comment with the number 1. If you need another more suitable dish, type 0 and share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on great nutrition tips designed just for seniors. Everyone has their own experience with food as they age. If you see a part of yourself in this video, share your experience. Perhaps what you share will become a small light for someone who needs it. 2. Bean chili. A heartwarming dish that fights inflammation and supports digestion. There is a hidden strength in a warm bowl of bean chili, not just from its gentle spiciness, but from the profound nutrients that nourish your body after age 65. Each spoonful of chili is a blend of beans, a natural anti-inflammatory source of plant-based protein, with tomatoes, onions, and spices like bell peppers, cumin, and garlic, all of which have been proven to improve heart and digestive health. A study published in the Nutrients Journal, 2020, showed that legumes, especially when thoroughly cooked and reheated, can help regulate blood sugar, increase satiety, and support colon function, which is essential when the digestive system begins to slow down with age. Notably, when bean chili is reheated after cooling, it increases the amount of resistant starch, which benefits gut microbiota. For older adults, a bowl of chili is also therapy for the soul. The warmth spreads throughout the body, and the aroma brings back memories of family gatherings. Just eat slowly, paired with brown rice or soft whole grain bread, and you're giving your body long-lasting support. Delicious, heart protective, blood pressure friendly, and joint supportive. Share your thoughts in the comments if you've ever had bean chili as a main dish after turning 60. Comment with the number 5 if you found this information helpful. And don't forget to subscribe to continue exploring dishes that nourish and heal seniors. 3. Oatmeal, a warm embrace for the mind and the digestive system. On chilly mornings, when you need to start the day with something gentle yet fulfilling, there's no dish more fitting than a bowl of warm oatmeal. Oatmeal is not just a breakfast. It's a ritual that nourishes a mind and digestive system tired from the passage of time. When oatmeal is cooked, cooled, and then reheated, an interesting phenomenon occurs. Resistant starch develops. This type of starch is not digested in the small intestine. Still, it goes straight to the colon, where it feeds beneficial bacteria, essential for blood sugar control and immune enhancement, according to a study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Additionally, oatmeal is rich in beta-glucan, a soluble fiber well known for reducing bad cholesterol, supporting heart health, and stabilizing blood pressure. A warm bowl of oatmeal is a gentle, prescription-free remedy for older adults that helps sustain fullness, long-lasting energy, and emotional stability. Add a few slices of banana, a bit of cinnamon, or some blueberries, and you've transformed this dish into a rich source of nourishment and soul-soothing comfort. If today's video helped you better understand your health, please like and share it with your loved ones. Good health starts with small actions, and a single share might be a significant gift to someone else. 4. Vegetable soup, a gentle remedy for joints, immunity, and the soul. There are days when you don't want to eat anything heavy. You need something light, warm, and easy to embrace. That's when a bowl of reheated vegetable soup becomes the ideal companion. When vegetables like carrots, onions, pumpkin, kale, and sweet potatoes are slowly cooked, cooled, and then reheated, their plant cell walls break down, releasing polyphenols, vitamins, and minerals that have anti-inflammatory effects and support the immune system. A study from Frontiers in Nutrition shows that thoroughly cooked vegetables help the body absorb lycopene, beta-carotene, and lutein more effectively, nutrients that support vision, joints, and brain health. For older adults, soup is not only easy to digest, it's a meal that nurtures both the body and the emotions. Its softness, light aroma, the feeling of it sliding gently down your throat. That's how soup tells you you deserve to be cared for. Just reheat it correctly, without boiling vigorously, and you'll retain all the nutrients without diminishing its flavor. Do you have a favorite soup? Could you share it in the comments below? And if you're still watching the video, leave a comment with the number 9. I'd love to know how far you've journeyed with me in this nutritional path. 5. Brown rice, the quiet foundation for strength, heart health, and longevity. Brown rice isn't flashy. It's not colorful, but its strength lies precisely in that simplicity, especially for seniors who need a stable and sustainable nutritional foundation. Unlike white rice, brown rice retains its bran and germ, where most of the B vitamins, magnesium, fiber, and selenium are found. According to Harvard Health Publishing, This whole grain can help reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes, which are common issues after age 60. When cooked, cooled, and gently reheated, steaming or adding water, brown rice forms resistant starch that helps regulate blood sugar and nourish gut microbiota. Moreover, brown rice supports muscle function, boosts energy, and improves sleep, thanks to its rich magnesium content. When combined with soft vegetables, a bit of olive oil, or stewed beans, it's not just a meal. It's a message to your body. I still care. Before we continue, I want you to check something. Are you keeping a container of leftovers in the fridge thinking, I'll just reheat this tomorrow so it doesn't go to waste? If so, you're not alone. But today, perhaps you'll look at that meal with new eyes, because not every dish deserves a second chance. Reheating food isn't just about filling your stomach for another meal. Sometimes, it's an unconscious act that could take more from you than you expect. A good night's sleep, a lighthearted day, or worse, a trip to the ER from a seemingly harmless meal. We all want to save time, money, and effort. But as we age, the cost of convenience becomes clearer. A reheated dish may look the same as it did yesterday, but inside, it has changed. The nutrients that once helped your body recover may have been destroyed. Worse yet, some newly formed compounds may silently harm your joints, liver, memory, or heart. Young people can recover from bloating, sleepless nights, or headaches. But for seniors, it's different. Every meal, every choice is a bet on your health, and you deserve the best protection from the very food you eat. We eat less as we get older, but we must eat better. No need for lavish meals. Just simple, wholesome dishes prepared the right way. A bowl of vegetable soup, a cup of oatmeal, and a portion of soft brown rice may be small, but they nourish both the body and spirit, which deserve to be cherished. And most importantly, eating is not just about surviving. It's how you care for yourself. It's how you signal to your body, I still care. I still have a choice. When you choose to reheat the right food, you're choosing recovery. When you decide not to reheat dangerous dishes, you refuse unnecessary risks. Every meal is a decision. And tomorrow, when you open the fridge, I hope you remember this. Not every dish deserves to be reheated. Choose what nourishes you. Let go of what no longer serves you. Thank you for watching until the end of this video. To create each video like this, I carefully curate information and write every line with respect and love for aging. If you feel that way, let me know by liking the video, leaving a comment, or sharing it with a friend. You are the reason I want to do better. And finally, from now on, whenever you put that container back in the fridge, ask yourself, is it giving you strength or quietly taking something away? I wish you good health, and we'll see you in the following video.